welcome to another episode of Stay at Home Blues and Oranges, brought to you by After School All-Stars Hawaii. My name is Mr. Ming. I'm a program leader at King Intermediate All-Stars. In this episode, we will be using engineering as part of our STEM program to learn how to make a rubber band launcher. And I will show you one right now. This rubber band launcher will be able to launch rubber bands, and we're learning the principle of stored energy within an elastic band. We're gonna make these launchers for maximum distance and accuracy. So hang on, get ready for this super exciting episode as we begin right now. For this project, we will need several essential supplies. So first and foremost, we're gonna need some kind of stick. It could be made of wood, it could be made of plastic. This is a wooden paint stirrer for a larger size paint can. You can get the shorter ones. You could get a ruler and just use a ruler from home. We even use a stick that we got out of the yard earlier. So any kind of stick that has a straight edge or sort of straight edge can work for this project. Additionally, we'll need something to connect we need clothespins. So clothespins, you could get this from your clothesline or somewhere in the wash. If you don't have those, just a clip. This is actually from a clothes hanger, and I just use this one. And to connect the clothespins to the stick, we'll actually be using rubber bands or tape. So you could use like electrical tape, painter's tape, masking tape, clear tape, whatever kind of tape you find, you can use it as long as it's easy for you to handle. Or you could just use rubber bands to band it up. So we also need rubber bands because this is a rubber band launcher. So you could find rubber bands from around the house, or if you need to purchase some, you can get some from the store. So rubber bands are very essential for our activity today. Optionally, you could also decorate your wooden rubber band launchers. So these are some of the decorations that we've made. And so for the decorations, I used a pencil to start off, just to trace it. So pencil is always a good idea. You could also paint. I have like watercolors, paint brushes. This is my paint palette. Don't laugh. It's like super thick, covered with paint. Or you could use like Sharpies, colored Sharpies, Crayola markers, whatever you want to use to decorate your rubber band launcher, use it. So that is our essential list of supplies for this project. Before we begin this project, I really want to talk about safety. As we're making rubber band launchers, I want to be sure that we're very safe with them. When you launch rubber bands from this launcher, make sure you use it on a designated target with something backing it up, so like a backdrop. So the rubber bands might just hit only the targets or whatever is behind it. Also be very mindful to not use these on a living creature, whether it be your brother or your dog or your cat or like a mouse or something. Don't use these on a living creatures. These are only used to test out the rubber band launching as an engineering project. Be safe. So the first step in making the rubber band launcher is to pick a wooden stick. For our example today, we're gonna pick a wooden paint stirrer, or we could actually use the ruler too, but we're gonna use the wooden paint stirrer. What we're gonna do is we're gonna secure a clothespin to the wooden paint stirrer. For this one, we're gonna use a tape. We're gonna tape the back part of the wooden paint stirrer, the clothespin to the wooden paint stirrer. So we're gonna take the tape and we're just gonna put it in the back, and you might wanna use like one end of the tape instead of just putting it in the middle. Wrap it around, wrap it around. That looks pretty secure. And then we could also put a rubber band in the front. So we're gonna just do this, make some, slip it down the front, open the mouth, put it inside, and you can do a second rubber band if you wish. Another way of securing the clothespins to the wooden stick is to use only rubber bands. So if you don't have any tape, you could just use rubber bands. So in this instance, we're gonna put the clothespin on the stick, and we're gonna put rubber band on the back side of the clothespin. Put it in there like that. Let's do another one just in case to secure it extra tight. We're gonna loop it around 3 times. You could loop it like 4 times if you want. And then we're gonna insert it from the front side too. So you open up the clothespin, get it past the teeth. This is what I call the teeth. And there you go. We're gonna do 3, and we're gonna slide it in. Okay, make sure it goes all the way in, and there we go, it's secure. If you want to get really creative, you could do the double clothespin rubber band launcher. So this one right here, the Fox launcher, has dual clothespins. If you even want to get more creative, you could put 2 more on the back. So you could have 4 clothespins at once. That's like the super launcher. But this is just as an example for you if you want to do an optional build. I will now demonstrate how to actually secure a rubber band onto the rubber band launcher and prepare it for launching. What you will do is take the rubber band and put it on the far end of the rubber band launcher, pull it back and put it inside the teeth area of the clothespin like this. You will then aim it at your designated target, which will be this foam cup for today, and we will be making more of these in the future, actually decorating these and showing you how to make really nice, beautiful targets. You aim it, and then you release the clothespin, and you hit your target. Ding! Optionally, you could actually decorate your wooden rubber band launcher to make it look prettier or more beautiful. So here I have a regular wooden paint stir, but we kind of coated it white so we could, in the future, put a better design and colors on it. Here we have like our dragon one, where it's a dragon flying in the sky. And of course we have our Fox launcher with the dual clips over here. And so for both the dragon and the Fox launcher, I used a pencil to just basically mark in the basic drawing. And then I used a pen to kind of outline the darker shapes, like where the fox is. Then I used paint brushes and watercolor to paint the design on. Alternatively, you could use like Crayola markers or Sharpies to decorate, or whatever you have around the house to use to decorate your rubber band launcher. One more optional enrichment test that you could do is to see how far your rubber bands launch and how accurate they are. You could use a ruler to kind of gauge where you want to put the clothespin, and because we're just using rubber bands or tape, you can move the clothespin up or down on the stick. Like the further back, you might get a stronger pull, but it might not be as accurate. Closer up might be more accurate, but it might not be as strong. So this is for you to experiment with and really test out what's the optimal distance between the area where you put the initial rubber band to where you have the clothespin. And you could experiment to see what is the best, most accurate, and farthest launching rubber band launcher you can make. So, reflection time. Today we worked on making a rubber band launcher and learned a little about energy that's stored in an elastic band and launching it. Wanted you guys to decorate these, to use some artwork, and I also wanted you guys to think about moving the clothespins up and down on the stick to test maximal distance, maximal accuracy, and maybe even do some testing with different types of rubber bands. So that's something I want you to really think about, the power of engineering used and paired with physics. So thank you. Thank you for joining us in this episode of After School All-Stars Blues and Oranges and being part of our After School All-Stars Hawaii Ohana. If you're joining us on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, follow, and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming new videos. Please also follow us at All Stars Hawaii on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok to connect with us. We hope you share this video with your friends and leave us a like and also a comment about what you liked about this video and what you want to see next. Thank you so much. I'm Mr. Ming with King Intermediate After School All-Stars. See you next time.